about this dating thing.
Go ahead. Go
Young
ahead, Xavier.
people these days need to stop idolizing Instagram famous and young rapper celebs life and try to reciprocate and try to have it go through their life as well and think that that's what being 20, 21, 22, 23 is supposed to be like in the dating world. Because Instagram really changed it for people. Because
Mm-hmm.
they're seeing all these young girls who they think, I don't know if they really like. I'm like, do you guys really think they have a job? I said they're having sex for pocketbooks and wigs, and
Facts.
they're scamming, or their little boo thing is scamming.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think this ghetto fried chicken is able to afford all these Chanel bags, $1,000 wigs?
Not ghetto fried chicken.
Yeah, that's a Xavier quote that he says all the time.
I don't
It gets me every time.
where they get this idea, and then they think, because like one of the men here said, how are you expecting the stars in the moon and you can't fucking get there yourself? So you're telling me you sit here and you work at Target at the register, but your man is supposed to Dior you. If he adores you, he's supposed to Dior you, or whatever the fuck that quote is.
I don't know what society
I don't
you live in.
understand. You can't even afford a $3,000 pocketbook, but he's supposed to, and he works at Best Buy in the stockroom.
Thank you, Xavier. Thank
Talk
you.
your shit, Ed.
Thank you. Talk your shit. Thank you.
Buy in the stock room,
I get
getting
really
a
mad,
$3,000 bag.
for
OMG.
real, and I get so mad because I'm clearly not straight, but I be feeling for you straight men because some of this new age. And the thing is, though, it's even women in their 30s, or like up to the early 30s, still thinking like that too. Like, why does the first date have to be somewhere very high end, a restaurant? Why does it have to be there? Why can't it be somewhere a little bit more casual, where you guys can talk and really get to know each other? A lot of times, these girls, because I was told this verbatim, that they use them for food. Some of them have them lined up for lunch and dinner, and on occasion brunch. And I tell some of these boys, I said, go Dutch, honey. I said, have them pay for their own bill on the first date. If you're so pissed off and all you guys been doing is texting, and on the first date you guys are just maybe going to go get sushi or something, and she is just so fucking livid that you didn't pay for her bill, I said, then there's something there. Or if you suggested we just pay for our own stuff the first date, and she's just like, I can't do that now. That man's supposed to blah blah blah. Then there's something. Then she ain't really with you for what you really think. I feel like, because if I'm really feeling you, and you're just like, yo, let's this is on our first date. Let's just go here. Let's pay our own stuff, and just get to know each other. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Because I'm gonna make you mine. Like, I like you. But if you're like, yeah, but the next time you better fucking pay for my thing because I'm trying to eat this and that. I'm like, that's such a red flag. I'm sorry. And then my thing is, though, you didn't even grow up eating at Ruth Chris at all these other restaurants, but he's supposed to be able to afford you that, and you're so used to seeing these rappers uploading their fucking bill showing it $16,000. I think that's retarded.
What is they eating?
Honey, I mean, the stuff can be really expensive. Like at the Four Seasons, I go to the Four Seasons. It's called Bourbon Steak. Your stuff is really expensive. You have $80 dishes, $90 dishes, but they're amazing. They're fabulous. But my thing is, though, they're paying for everybody else, or not even that they're paying for everybody else, but it's like a big dinner. That's why it's $16,000, because they're sitting there buying champagne bottles that's like $2,000. Like, who's showing off? First of all, champagne tastes like regurgitation in a bottle. My mom works for Moet Hennessy, and I've tried a $2,000 bottle of fucking. Is it 2,000 or it's close to 2,000? The Louis 13. Yeah, I spat it right out. I'm like, what is so delicious about this? It's not delicious. Give me some Baileys. Hello, give me a margarita. Like, no, and they just want to show off. And I keep telling you, I'm like, this dating world is just so fucked up because everyone's looking at Ari, everyone's looking at Dirk, and is it India? Lil Durk in India?
Yeah, India Royale.
And they just like,
I can call her Royale.
I'm like, sweetie, you're not going to be there because I'm sure she had to do some things to get to that point. And at the same time, I'm like, where do these girls get money from? Like, they try to act like they have their own money, but I'm like, well, where are you getting that money from? So you're idolizing stuff, but you don't know what's really going on in the back. Could these girls really be escorting? And you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, stop idolizing these chicks.
A few of them do still. Even some of these celebrities still escorting. It's high in escorting now, but
right.
I know.
I think Black China be escorting.
No, she definitely be in that thing heavy.
Let me tell you, I've been at these restaurants where I'm seeing Black women who are with these old white men, kikiing and giggling, and I'm sitting here looking at her like, we know what you're doing. The man is not even handsome.
She is surviving.
He's not even good looking. Because don't get me wrong, I could date somebody in their 50s, but you gotta be very good looking and well dressed and all this other stuff. Like, you gotta look amazing for it to make sense. If you're over here looking dry boots and balding and looking crazy, but he got a Rolex. Okay, I don't care. You look a mess. You look old. Absolutely not.
That's the ones that's surviving. The ones who like at this point they're like, okay, you know what? You go to a restaurant, I'm gonna go, like, even when the waiter brings the check, you be like, well, can you split it? And she look at you crazy like, why you asking to split? First of all, this is the first time we're going on a date. I don't want him to assume or think, because you have to assume like, okay, he might see, oh, well, I paid for this. Because, people nowadays, they so insecure. Well, I paid for this meal. She should at least give me something or give me a kiss or something outlandish that just for a little $80, $90, $100, I could eat that by myself. So you spent a little $120, and then now you expecting a whole kiss. You expecting your dick to be sucked. You expecting your toes to be rubbed for just one little solid meal. Like, boy, come on now.
But at the same time, these heifers are expecting this $120 dinner, and all of a sudden now she's supposed to be a kept woman, and you're supposed to be buying her all the shit. Because suddenly then the next day is, can you send me some money to get my hair done? Excuse me, girl, you guys just went on the first date. How are you this comfortable?
That's crazy.
And the things though, I'm not even making this shit up. I'm on Twitter seeing stuff like this. I'm on Twitter seeing people talk like this, and I'm like, y'all dead ass? And they're arguing with me, calling me a bum nigga. I'm like, first of all, I'm gay, sweetie, so you have nothing to worry about, because I'm not jealous and I'm not hating.
I know that's right.
Like, come on.
All I'm saying
it's a level of standard. Like, they don't have any more standards, because I be like, damn, what? Like, you look at them, you're like, man, they living their best life right now, because they, if you bold enough to ask a man on the first date that you meet to get your car done broke down, sis, you got a lot of problems going on right now in your life.
She want a sponsor,
right? Because my thing is, though, why don't you have the money to get that fixed?
Well, that's why she's dating.
No. She'll say, "Who said I don't have the money? I'm not trying to spend mine." Okay.
Yeah, a lot of these girls are Debo.
Okay,
a lot of these girls are Debo.
I'm like, you're not even driving,
but I want to spend Brand's money.
I never understood, because I was just talking to my friend, I was like, I never understood how people can live, like, over their means. Like, even me, when I'm looking at cars and stuff, you'll see somebody go buy a Rolls Royce for what?
Right, and they're driving
like, and you don't, you didn't buy it. You're making, like, that's literally like a $90,000 or $10,000 payment every month for a Rolls Royce for what? Like, I understand it's cute, but not if you're Bill Gates getting a Rolls Royce, that's understandable. But when you struggling getting a Rolls Royce, that's not understandable.
Like, why are you in? So I'm from Brooklyn. In Brooklyn, you will see dudes in Brownsville. Brownsville, if anybody's from DC in here who knows DC, Brownsville is like the Berry Farms and Acacia of Brooklyn. Why have an S-Class Mercedes
in Brownsville,
and you're living in a rundown, dirty-ass apartment? but you have a Montclair.
Yeah.
You don't have money. You just have the money to buy that thing and pay that cheap ass rent that you're having assistance on. Because bitch, you thought you was slick. We know you're only paying $400 for that apartment.
Mm-hmm.
But you're living in a dirty ass rat infested cockroach walk-in apartment where people is fucking doing crack still and all kind of stuff. And you have a SLR outside, and you got a Montclair, you got VVS diamonds, but you're not even fly because you're walking in a dirty ass area, acting like you're rich. Honey, get a Skywalk apartment, and now we talking with a doorman. Now we talking. What kind of job do you have? None. Okay. Next subject. Like, stop it. I'm so tired of this Instagram life. Like, people are really showing off on Instagram, and it's just, I don't know when it's gonna end. I really think in 2014, 2015, everything started changing.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
Only thing I want to say is the only woman getting a $120 date is my wife.
Okay. Wallace,
ain't nothing wrong with a 2 for $20s at Applebee's.
I understand we're adults, but it's like the first date and you might not even go anywhere after that, and now you just wasted. I feel like it's a waste. I'm sorry.
It is a waste.
That you're that you're spending all this money for her to potentially be like, he was corny. Like, how was he corny? Like, he's not over here yoing? Like, what about him was corny? I'm like, you just used him. I'll be feeling really bad for these boys. Because boys, in order to date girls, you have to pay for stuff. Girls, 9 times out of 10, 9.5, don't have to pay for nothing. But boys, in order to date girls, casually date, you have to keep purchasing. And I just find that so crazy.
But we also have to teach men about the casually dating. Because if you get to know the girl that you're with and everything, and then you choose to finally go out on a date with this girl and everything like that, and then you choose to say, okay, I'm going to pay for the meals when we go out and stuff like that. And then you find out, that's a waste. Like, these people they met yesterday, they going on first dates, buying $200 meals, and you know absolutely nothing about this person.
Nothing. That's why.
And you sitting at the dinner table eating with this person, y'all just both bored. None of y'all know how to create conversation. Y'all looking at each other, and then you thinking to yourself, well, I just spent $200, so she definitely going. That to her, that probably excites her at this point. You don't know her background. She probably makes $5,000 every 2 weeks or $10,000 every 2 weeks. So to her, that you thinking you doing something major, to find out that sis, she don't even to her, that was a little chump change. So you have to really get to know these people. That these people be sitting there thinking, okay, yeah, she got a big old booty and this and that. Oh, let me razzle dazzle her and think it's gonna be she gonna give it up. And then next thing you know, you found out you done met you a scammer.
I was right about to say that. But things though, obviously men find women who fall for that. Just like women find men who fall for that. And it's to each his own. It's whatever you feel like doing, obviously, because you're a grown ass person.
My friend found a guy that said he was in sales. I said, what sales? This is the only sales I could think of. And she was like, no, he works in sales. I said, no, sis, that's a whole drug dealer. Ain't nothing sales in that.
I'm a street pharmacist.
I'm like, is he in a marketing department? No.
Hell no. The nigga ain't got no damn degree. That nigga ain't no damn sales. He is in sales in the hood. That's all he do is sell in the hood.
Marketing that, yeah.